grab a hottie, baby.
Yeah. To the party.
Join the party.
Yeah, we might as well bring our guest in. Roland, I know when Roland's getting impatient when he stands at the door and Roland will face the clock with his left hand on the door like, when, motherfuckers?
Yes. We're bringing Bob Saget into Jim Norton and Sam Roberts here. Should we also discuss what I saw in the lavatory?
I think, yeah, as Bob comes in. Hi, buddy. Yo. We're discussing briefly what did you see in the lavatory, Sam?
Well, you tell me, Bob Saget. You've seen a lot of men in bathrooms in your life, correct?
Yes. Are we talking about it?
Jim.
What?
Jim. Oh. Be prepared, please.
Is my button
wait,
on?
Jim.
Hold on.
He insists on.
Which guest is that?
My mic's not.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I didn't know it was 4.
Okay,
sorry.
Jim.
Oh, the other ones are on.
There you go.
He's terrible.
Good morning,
no, you know
Jim.
why? Because we mixed up the names on the board. It confused me.
What do you mean? We did it the way you wanted it.
No, but he just changed it without last minute. He put Jim and Sam's different.
My favorite part is you've come so far in your life and your career, and you had to go, Jim, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I had to watch you count like you're in a play school.
No, because the mic that you're on right now used to be labeled Jim. That used to be labeled Jim, so now I'm looking at Jim, but now that's the mic I'm on. They changed this today.
You are Jim.
But this is This is not the old studio.
It is.
Oh.
And that's the old Jim mic.
You did stuff. You painted it or something.
But you've been here since then.
You know what it is?
Oh.
It's the vibes.
No, I haven't been here since then. You were in L.A.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, you know what it was? This mic was marked Sam, and that one was marked Jim where you are, but now Sam's over there, so the whole fucking thing's upside down.
This is very I Am Sam. This is
That's true. That was actually based on him, but they made the character in the movie smarter.
Can I make a suggestion? Color code everything.
I know. I really might have to.
Yeah. So what was the question? You're in the bathroom.
So I was in the bathroom, and I went with Derek here, who works with us. I'm a fan of his.
Yes. Hi, Derek.
And he goes into a stall as I hit up the urinal, which is fine. I figured Derek likes to...
Are you about to tell me he's plotzing one out?
Well, he likes to take a nice, healthy one in the mornings.
Yeah.
I know this.
Yeah.
I know this about our little sailor, Derek.
Right.
And before I'm done peeing, so within 45 seconds...
It starts to waif?
No. Derek walks out of the stall.
Right.
To the urinal. And I go... Like, I finish up, I go, Derek.
So does he pee in the stall and then poop in the urinal? Is he one of those guys? Because that's what you don't want to do is drop a deuce where that beautiful whatever.
No, it all comes out as one white liquid like a bird.
So he's got a pooter cooter.
Yeah,
it's one hole.
Yeah, it brings in a small little windshield and shits on it.
That's nice. But what? Stacey's glass. It's very Gallagher-like.
I go, Derek, what are you doing, man? And he said, well, I just had a little, it was a toasty morning, so I just had to take care of a little something in the stall. He had to clean out his swamp ass.
Why did you have to speak Elizabethan? You toasty morning. I mean, would you have toast?
I'm not sure that's the exact
What did you eat
Jim,
this
his
morning?
mic's not on.
Wait, isn't it?
No.
I just turned it off because you yelled at me. What mic is that?
Mic
Jim,
5.
this is a
After 4
successful...
comes
5 is on. 5 is on.
Yes, it is.
It is potted up. It was potted up. I potted it from 6 to 8. It was already up.
Well, then it was too low.
Maybe it's not plugged in. Here's a
Go
volume.
ahead, talk.
Let me help his volume.
Your mic is on.
You got headphones. You can turn on your volume. All kinds of stuff can happen.
I wasn't speaking in Elizabethan.
Have you guys?
Look where his mic is.
Have you guys done this show before?
Many times. Go on now.
You know anybody at Radio Shack? Any one of those guys? Geek Squad.
The Geek Squad's coming.
Squad. Yeah, I work with them.
So what happened in there? You had a toast. You had an egg and bread or something. Did you have toast this morning?
I had a bagel, a sesame bagel with butter.
What gave you swamp ass?
I guess it's just, a little sweaty down there. I don't know what was going on.
What?
No,
it's fucking 38 degrees out.
So you're saying it stunk, is what you're saying?
No, I'm saying why on earth would a person be in a bathroom stall, take toilet paper, clean out their swamp ass, and then walk out of the stall where there's a toilet to go piss in a different toilet?
Why did you do that?
That's fair.
Is it to get away from the smell of your own skunk ass? That's sweaty.
That might subconsciously be part of it. I think I just prefer pissing in a urinal.
Why?
I don't know.
Because when you were a boy, they told you never would. They would make him sit and pee at home, so now he likes to stand up and do it.
You pee in that bucket like your father did. Are you afraid to tuck it while you're pooping? Is that what it is? Some guys think that's kind of feminine.
Maybe part of it is just like, I think it's weird when I see a dude pissing in a urinal, because I'm like, why is that guy peeing?
You know what I bet it is?
In a stall.
In a
why
stall.
is that guy's...
How do you know what he's doing in the stall?
Well, if you walk by and you see someone feet facing the other way or
Who,
something. Like,
who looks that closely under the fucking stall door?
What's he doing?
Do you crawl under stall doors and see how other men do it?
not often.
Do you
not
like
at work, at
do you,
least.
do you like gladiator movies?
How creepy is that?
He uses a selfie stick and just goes over the
You
stall.
guys are making me sick. What's going on?
He fucking looks at. I don't know. Why do you know what other guys are doing?
Well, you go in stalls. I've been in the bathroom with you, and you're not a urinal guy, from what I've noticed. You
Oh,
go-
I like a good urinal. If I have to shit, I'll go in the stall.
But if you had to clean your swamp ass, if your swamp ass was so...
I would never clean my swamp ass.
You just
leave
leave
I
it?
would fucking
well,
relish it.
swamp ass is from not showering, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, shower, dude. Wash out your butthole.
Yeah, just wash your ass, man.
This is to all the kids out there, because I was a dad on TV for so many years, and still am, because Fuller House is back.
Yes, it is on Netflix.
It's kind of bizarre, and it's the #1 show on there. Which
It's amazing.
I don't know if it's true. I'm just saying it is, but I always, being Danny Tanner, I learned you clean out your swamp ass. That's
Did
the
you
first thing
ever
you do.
pitch that as like an episode? Like where
Yeah,
you
I
would
wanted to-
teach the girls how to clean out their swamp ass?
Yeah, I wanted them to sit on a rainbird in the yard and just have all the girls just come out and let's let it put the setter on and have them all on at the same time.
Who do you think would be the worst, Kimmy Gibbler?
Absolutely, because her feet smelled in the episode. So
Right.
what's her butt smell like?
Right.
Well, we
Netflix
can't
is
talk
pretty
bad.
hot right now, man. Fucking really
they're-
great things on there.
They're 40 years old. They're beautiful. They took over the show, and it's a giant hit.
Absolutely.
And then I get to go out and do what we do. And by the way, congrats on your special.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what
what
he's
do you think
getting
of
at.
it?
It is. You should be gloating.
Thank you.
You did a fantastic job.
Thanks, man.
You are really. I'm really happy for you. I think
Thanks,
it's the
Bob.
best one you've done.
I think so,
actually.
too.
And Netflix is a very free place. I'm finding it even, and I'm working to do a special right now. So I've been working for how long it takes to come up with new material. I'm like 3 years till I have a new special. So all the gigs I'm doing right now, which is why I'm in New York, which is why I'm self-promoting like a hoe in the yard. Just a girl with no teeth, just holding her by her feet and using her as a hoe. I'm not
Sure.
saying she's
Just her mouth.
exactly, but I'm saying she's a hoe, like
Like
a
a
back hoe. I'm
gardening
not
hoe.
saying she's a
Cocksucker.
prostitute or a
Right.
cocksucker with missing teeth.
Right.
Saying I'm using her as a rake.
Yeah.
Right.
Either's
Literally.
acceptable.
Exactly. His swamp ass is bothering me from here, and I
It's
don't
so
even
bad,
know.
right?
you-
It's just like,
No, but you brought it up.
psychosomatic.
If you had not brought it up, I wouldn't have thought about it. I wouldn't have known about it.
you get
When are
swamp
you
ass every
shooting?
day?
Do I get swamp ass every day? No. It was just got a little damp down there today. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Do you wanna-
fucking
do you wanna-
creepy.
But you never get a sweaty ass?
Almost never.
Really?
I don't go in there and dab it out like a fucking.
No, I
like
clean.
it's a
Well, I'm
crying
walking
eye.
Back and forth and
What
I
do you
don't know,
do?
There's friction.
His
happening.
asshole's like Jackie Kennedy's eyes at the fucking wake.
You should put cucumbers. Boy, it's hard to get a punchline out in here.
It is hard.
I think you should just whatever you said, Jim. I think you should not ever mess with your ass again.
Just
I think
leave
you
it.
should maybe take some paraffin and seal it up.
Oh, no.
And just shit out of your dick.
Once you take a
Work
hike
it
and
up.
go clean yourself up a little more, you're probably all nervous and got sweaty again.
You think
Yeah,
it
you knew
is?
Bob
Yeah.
was coming in, and you probably have you met Bob?
I don't think so.
I'd shake
No.
your hand, but not after what we've been talking
Yeah.
about.
Well, I
Because it
watched
sounds
them,
like a
but
lot
that's
of
fair still.
I don't know about that. It sounds like a lot of wipeage and not a lot of cleanage.
Yeah, he just came out all nervous.
Yeah, you're touching the mic. The next person's going to get covered in
Oh.
like poo cooties.
Fecal matter.
That's how
Follow
pink eye
those.
spreads.
You know, pink eye's the worst. I've never had it, but I wouldn't mind it. I
I've
mean-
gotten it. I'm not. I did a joke about coming in my own eye, and I got pink eye, and I'm not. Wasn't a joke. I
but
really
it was
did.
you didn't purposely come in your eye. It
No.
just happened.
I'm just a distance
You
guy.
got pink eye from coming in your eye?
It just burned. It was a
But it's
burning.
not pink eye.
It was red.
But it's not like pink eye. Like
no,
the
not
thing.
like the sickness, but it was red for 3 days.
But you could go to the doctor, probably say, "Is this from shitting in my eye?"
Right.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
would
is
know.
this? He would know. He
would
would
know.
know. They know right away. They can taste it. Like I have my doctor lick my eyes. Anyway, so I'm out doing stand up to talk like this because your stuff's not highly political.
Almost not at all, and that wasn't.
Same here,
I
same
had
here.
one hunk, and I said I've told the story too many times. I took it out because I tripped at the fucking punchline like an asshole. I will play that clip of me fucking up the punchline too. I have it.
Oh, do you? I'd love
Yeah.
to hear it. Just because it was like such an important special. And like, because you knew going in, like, this wasn't just. Like, I felt like as you were building to this special, you realized that this had the potential to be this thing that a lot of people are saying is your best one. You knew it was going to be a Netflix hour, which is huge exposure. So the idea that you fucked up one of your jokes as you were filming
the
the
end.
I
But
mean,
you
that's
had
joyous
a
to me.
second show, right? So why didn't you? Use...
The problem was the microphone. This is the problem with both shows mixing.
And by the way, I'm sorry he's gone, but I'm glad his stinky butthole's out of here.
Yeah,
I mean,
me too.
He's pointing
and
at Travis.
hey, welcome, Bob Saget. Here's shit in your face. Go ahead, continue. I'm
The
sorry.
first show, I opened the show with the mic in the stand for 10 minutes, and the last like 8 or 10
You
minutes,
changed
it was
continuity.
continuity. And the Late Show, I was happier with, and I held the mic through the whole thing.
Well,
I
you
almost did
coulda
the whole
used-
show with the mic at the stand, but I was like, no.
Well, you know, when you cut these things, you could have used mostly the second show if you wanted to.
I did.
Okay.
But that joke, I don't even know if I did that joke on the first show, but the last 10 minutes when the joke was, the mic was already back in the stand on the early show. So for the special, I had to choose the first 10 minutes from one show and the first 10 minutes from one show. I couldn't mix and match.
I've had that same problem. Or I'll ad lib for 7 minutes on a show, and then you're going like,
Oh,
oh,
you're in a
no,
different
I have no
place.
references. Or I'm picking on a different guy, can't call back to him. But the main thing is actor training. If that sounds as fruit of the loom as you possibly can, but it's true. You kind of know, remember, this particular thing, hold a mic here.
That's right.
Or do a mic toss every now and then, hand to hand, so when you're on your back, you can do it. But you want it to be you want it to feel live to taped.
Are you conscious of that at all as you're shooting?
Sure.
Or, Bob, same question. Like
I am.
Or are you just doing shows?
I've learned the hard way. No, it ain't doing shows. And,
Right.
I've been working this hour. I just showed it to somebody last week. I've been doing 90-minute sets. I mean, I just can't stop because it took me 4 years to come up with a brand new hour. And then once you get a brand new hour, then you go, oh, wait a minute. I can do another half hour. And holy shit, what am I doing? And is this even funny? And then the audiences are liking it because we've just grown because we've been doing it so long. And then now I'm raring to do the special, which I'm excited
Well,
about.
you could do the best thing about them is you can do over an hour. Like it doesn't have to be knocked down to 56 minutes for promo.
Netflix, you mean?
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. I'm like, how should it be an hour or two? Like we don't give a shit.
There are Fuller House episodes that are 37 minutes long.
Isn't that weird?
Really?
No.
Well, it's weird because people could barely get through 20 years ago. It's just 20 minutes. What's
harder now, though,
What's
'cause
Michelle going to do?
It's harder to have like I'm sure breaks like in story because it would always be like through commercial breaks like this
Yeah.
will happen. Now it's just you got to,
I like it better. I like it because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
more live. I love live everything. I mean, I love live theater. I love, and you came to my play and everything because you're a good
I did,
man.
yes.
Yeah, you're a good man. That was last year. And
Are you
I'm
doing any more acting?
I am. I'm working right now on developing a show. I'm actually directing a movie and acting in it in July.
What movie?
It's called Jake. It's about a kid you think is on crystal meth, or you assume he is, and the family. My girlfriend calls an intervention on Facebook, which is not exactly where you would do that. And you find out what you would expect to find out in a dark comedy, which is that the people that are trying to help someone with the problem are the problem, and that people are all dysfunctional. And as we all know, the problem with the kids right now, as it always has been, comes from the poor adulting.
Yeah.
Well, the problem
I
is,
like
they come home all fucked up, and they don't understand that they're causing the family to behave like this. We're not like this. You're fucked up, so you cause us to behave like this.
Correct.
I'm just auditioning.
And then that was really good. You just got they're rebooting Courtship of Eddie's father, and you were taking over for Bill Bixby.
He really did have this like earnest look in his eyes, and he was pointing.
No, but you started with a point, which was why are our kids so fucked up? And the reason is real simple. Just turn on the news.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I would do this
When
I
your
would-
leaders talk like 10-year-olds in a yard
you
yelling,
say-
it's like, see my thumb, G, or dumb, it's that kind of stuff.
Did
That's
you
not
see
what
Donald Trump yesterday?
Oh, I wasn't referring to him. Our leaders. I was speaking of, I don't know, Carmen Santiago.
Yes, he spelled it Liters.
Donald Trump was talking about the healthcare bill or whatever he's trying to get passed
Allegedly.
today. That's unnecessary.
Well, all they're doing is they're just striking out all the lines that don't seem to fly, and they're finding out there's nothing left but coupons.
Yeah.
he as he's doing this, he had just come from like a big trucking convention or something. So the photo of him talking about his healthcare bill, he's wearing a pin that says "I heart trucks" on it. And you talk about looking like a 10-year-old. Like he just
Well, actually-
looks like a kid who loves
No,
big trucks.
but actually, in his defense, I think a lot of truckers do get sick, and they need health insurance. And so I think that what he was probably doing is representing truckers.
Was he sitting in a truck in that picture? The next one?
yeah, and then he sat in a truck.
Wait, what is he
That's
doing?
a picture that looks. That's BJ and the Bear stuff. That's a.
He went to a trucking convention.
That's a guy saying, "I am the president. You are not the president."
But he's sitting in a fucking.
Sitting in a truck.
Is that button real?
I swear to God, it's real.
Wait,
yes.
but what is he leaning forward in that truck? The president, like I said, we've talked about JFK, always knew When like there's certain photos you don't take.
He's playing truck.
What are you leaning forward, going?
Well, I think it's because every day they're opening up the back of his jacket so he can be one more button. I think he's like 3 Big Macs a
He
day
is getting
now.
big, yeah. He's getting a little
Well,
heavier.
this is a frustrating job, especially if you're not with your lady and she's in another town. And
Sometimes
God
you
knows.
gotta play truck. Sometimes.
You have to play truck. I mean, it's like it's like he's a transformer.
Exactly.
But let's get off of him because I wanted to talk about myself for a little bit.
Sure. I
Smart.
just like that photo though. I want to sit in a big truck.
You do?
I
Would
love
you make
those-
fun
What kind of
faces?
car do you drive? You don't have a car.
I have a Mercedes. I lease.
Okay.
Cheaper than my other car.
Right,
At
right.
least. I don't own.
I have a Lexus, and I'm getting at the hybrid again. Which last time my hybrid battery broke, it wasn't the Elon Musk type, and they said $10,000 for the battery, and I said that seems like a lot, so I just used a vibrator instead.
Sure, that'll work.
Because when I drive, I like to have something in my butt.
Do you really? I put it in my mouth.
You put your mouth in your butt.
I let it knock my teeth around.
You are so limber, and you know you are.
Oh no! I pull it out of my asshole and stick it right in my mouth like a cigar. Drive
you're
around while
saying
it's
you
on.
You
could
ass to
actually-
mouth while you're driving.
You bet I do.
No. If you could actually put your penis in your ass, your own penis in your
I
ass.
take the guy who to tell if I fucked
Well,
up.
people could pick. No, it
Okay,
doesn't.
slowly
I'm
slowly
here.
and steadily.
Okay.
No, but you could pick yourself up. Someone could lift you up like luggage because your penis head could enlarge like a toggle bolt inside your butthole, and they could lift you. But so come see my shows,
Like a handle.
I would lose my erection.
like a handle.
It wouldn't
like
be a handle.
like
right?
a Toomey luggage. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it would be made of
Toomey.
a boner and a butthole.
That's a
Right.
rich guy, by the way, who references to me.
Right.
Like of all the luggages you could have pulled out, he pulled that. That meant
What am I
something,
going to
Joey.
say? Samsonite? I didn't say Louis. I mean, at least I'm not being too foey about it.
But it's a good luggage. It's a good piece of luggage to me.
Fucking Toomey's the
Oh,
best.
yeah.
Small
It's-
inside, no overpriced as far as I'm
That's
concerned.
how-
I'll never own
that's
Toomey
how-
luggage.
That's like every woman I've ever been with.
Small inside,
But what I
overpriced.
like, yeah. But the thing that's good about the Toomey is it's bulletproof. So you know when there's terrorism, you hide behind your luggage.
Oh, I didn't know
right.
that.
That's
Or in
what
it.
happens.
Hide in it.
Right.
Just to combine.
So I'm doing all the gigs you do. I'm just getting ready for the special. So you go out, you do some clubs,
Sure.
and then I'm going out and doing Westbury tonight. That's,
wow,
That's,
okay.
that's
Oh,
the one,
cool.
and I like that because it's like the game Simon. Remember game Simon? You would push the button, and they just clog off the back of one of the cubes, and you have an audience. And it's one of the only theaters left in the round. I mean, there's one in Phoenix. You ever played that one?
I have the Celebrity Theater.
Yeah, it's a nice theater. It's where Louis did his real cool special there because it's 360, and he just shot from every angle.
Carlin did one there too.
It's a real special thing because it's just you and them, and you're in the dark, and it's pure stand-up in the round, which is kind of probably how it all started before people stoned people to death. But when they heard their act,
Yeah.
and then
Heathen! Fucking rocks flying at you from the back.
I like that place because it is like a town meeting. It really feels like you're doing something without elephants.
I did that with Dice and Bill Maher in many, probably in
Boy,
99 or 98.
Is that a cross section of styles or what? Well, you and Dice, some people would probably think would have the same type of tone, except yours is more. You know, he's telling stories, but his is obviously more of a pit bull approach, whereas yours is just your dementia and your craziness.
In my life, yeah.
Well, in your life, but he also say a lot of poignant stuff, and his is what it is, and it's all valid. And Bill is doing a service for us all right now. I mean, every comedian, no matter what their viewpoint, as long as it's not too far to the east. I don't know. I'm so confused right now. I just talk about my dick. I don't care anymore. I just want to give it a big head.
He's Bill closed that. He headlined that show.
Right.
It was a weird night, man.
I would
think
have,
he would have trouble after that.
You'd be correct.
And
Did he?
Oh yeah.
I think I'm going with him on his New Year's Eve thing where he goes and he brings Eddie Vedder and he brings another comedian. You just hang for 4 days.
Is that Hawaii?
Yeah.
Margaret
gonna
Cho,
hang
I
with-
just saw. She told me about that gig. She did that once.
Because I'm going to do it because I've always liked Bill. Right now I get a lot of my solace at the end of the day from watching the news. I'm getting it from, John Oliver and Bill and Stephen Colbert and anybody. I mean, Seth Meyers, anybody who will go through it rather than watch the news because I can't take the fake smiles when people are so upset from both factions. And I've just really been loving. Have you found this? That I've been loving, not about me, but have you found that you've been loving performing more than ever right now? Because it's like, I feel like we're needed for some reason.
I know. I enjoy performing. I mean, I still like the same vibe of it, but no, I when I do talk about politics, I try to keep it like I know the audience hates Trump, every time I'm on stage. They hate him, especially in New York.
But I've
Really?
been going all over the country because I've really been trying to get a cross section of everything. And I've had people say the South's going to rise again during my show. And I said to one guy, you can leave now because I don't want any viewpoint from anywhere. I'm not here starting anything with anybody. I've got a couple of jokes that you can't not refer to it, but. I said, you want lynchings? What do you want? You want to drive us back 60 years?
Well, no,
and then the guy apologized. And then we beat the fuck out of him and hung him.
I like talking about it, but not from the angle that every comedian on TV is talking about it. All those news guys are doing the exact same angle.
Yeah.
That's the problem with them. It's like we get
Well, if you
it.
watch Fox News, I actually turn it on sometimes because and I like a couple of the people on there, but then some of it is like, what?
What do you like
Where's
on
that
it?
I mean,
coming
all the
from?
comics are coming from the same
I forgot
angle.
the guy's name. He's like the main guy, the main guy that was.
Bill O'Reilly,
No,
Greg Gutfeld, Sean Hannity,
no, I can't watch that.
Tucker.
Tucker Carlson.
No, I know him because I did the we
Greta
did the
Van
roast. We
Susteren.
did that roast. That was really fun.
That's right. I forgot you were on there. Yes.
What was I?
That was for James Carville.
Right, and I actually I hosted it.
That's right. You did host
On it, I was the
That's
guy.
right, you were the host.
and you crushed it. And
Thank
then
you.
Al Sharpton came out, and he's the only person that made fun of me.
He was so good. Sharpton was so
Why
good.
did he make fun of me?
I don't know. He made fun of me
understand it.
too.
You didn't. You couldn't always make fun of me though. I mean, we've known each other a long time. I know it's all. I don't make fun of you. I just. It's all usually descriptive things of what the person looks like.
Yeah, just tell the truth. Tucker was amazing that night. He was very funny.
Actually great. And it makes you go, wait a minute, I like this guy personally. He seems funny, but he's not talking about pussy grabbing or anything. He's just making fun of James. And then I watch him sometimes on the news because I do want to get a cross-section of what everybody believes because I want to not just be a
Right.
biased liberal, as people call people that just want the truth.
Very slippery.
Or conservatives who want to make it big in our society and be successful in the world. There's nothing wrong with that either. That was a great dig out. I'm going to go back in the ball bathroom. It smells like fucking sweaty butthole, dirty, filthy bastard. Where is he now? Just jerking off in the corner?
He
I
is.
hope so.
I love watching Tucker Carlson's show now. It's not. I mean, I don't watch it for the news.
You watch it
But
because he doesn't wear a bow tie.
He doesn't wear a bow tie and he argues with people.
Yeah. Well, he's actually got some valid points sometimes, and he's not being as. They are moving more to the left, no matter how you look at it.
How so?
I'm just finding them going that the president has to be responsible for these actions,
Oh.
and that is something that we weren't hearing. They were in denial of that. But I'm still a CNN guy. If I want to find out if the world's blowing up, I want to at least have someone comforting, not yelling at me that the world is blowing up. But I don't know why we're drilling oil. It's like, let's drain this man of all the blood from his body and to see how he does. It's like,
No, we don't need oil in the earth. Earth doesn't. What the fuck does Earth do with oil? Just waste it. The Earth's a cunt.
well, what it
sits
does
Oil
is,
just sits there like a bunch of liquid shit. Let's use it.
but Oklahoma's
not blood,
having,
liquid
Exactly.
shits.
Alaska can suck my dick, frozen shithole. But enough of Alaska being talked about like it's this beautiful tundra. It's a fucking frozen dump.
It's not, right?
9 people live there. We should do nuclear testing and take their oil.
Antarctica.
Go live in that stupid ice house, motherfucker.
Well, what about Oklahoma though? There's a place that's taking all the oil
Great
out
song.
of it. Right?
You like that one?
Oh,
Okay, suck my dick now. Okay, but that is having earthquakes now because they're sucking the oil out. So there's nothing to. It's like no cartilage in your knee. They're just.
Oh.
it's about time they fucking get things shaken up there. They've had it too quiet for too long in Oklahoma.
You don't
They're
literally-
spoiled.
you
So
don't
you're
literally
saying
need
suck the
earthquakes.
oil? Anything can be sucked out of anything.
Absolutely. Yank the oil out and use it. It's fucking garbage.
That's your
It's fucking
person-
fossil fuel. We don't need it.
This is personal life.
Yeah.
Well, what about-
Anything that can be sucked out of anyone.
What about the Elon Musk of it all? What about energy and trying to find alternatives?
agreed.
But you still
Yeah.
want to suck all the oil out of the earth.
For
just
the
'cause
meantime,
it's-
do both. Yeah.
Okay, because it's liquid and it's brown, so it's kind of fucking hot.
Absolutely. You shoot it on your chest, no one knows.
You shoot oil on you. You shoot oil on your
Shoot.
chest.
Hey,
Or whatever.
Stanley. I told you we used to fucking, when I was a kid, 13, I would hang out with Stanley, who was a bodybuilder, and
Right.
Mike. And Mike was so crazy. We were riding around, and Mike had wanted to, we were driving by this hitchhiker. It was like 90 degrees out, and the guy had no shirt on. And he goes, "Hey, Stanley, let's go throw some hot oil on him." Mike wanted to drain engine oil into a margarine dish and then drive by and throw hot oil on the guy's chest.
Did he do that?
No. Stan's like, I don't know, Mike.
That's permanent burn.
Yeah, but he meant it. I'll never forget.
And if you torch it with a match, the guy's on fire.
He didn't want to kill him. He just was like, hey, Stanley, let's throw some hot oil on him.
What's the worst thing you ever did to a kid? What's the worst thing?
Oh, that wasn't a kid. That was an adult. Worst thing I ever did to a... Nah, I didn't really do much. But, you know,
How old
pick
was
on
Stanley?
him. Stanley was 25. Me and Mike were 13.
Oh,
he was
my God.
Oh,
Mike, they were
I
brothers.
thought he was 13. This is really fucked up.
No, Mike was 13, the kid who said that.
Right.
Stanley drove.
Stanley 25. Stanley could have killed you both.
He was but he was Mike's brother.
But
And-
if you throw hot oil on his chest, he's going to kill you.
No. Stanley was driving the truck. Me and Mike were passengers. There was a hitchhiker outside. Oh, Stan was a bodybuilder. No, he doesn't fuck around.
I apologize.
Hitchhiker
I didn't
was gonna
follow
get
the
the
story.
oil.
Yeah, no, we were going to keep driving because we used to throw hot oil. We used to take engine oil, and we would throw it. We would find people's open windows and dump it all over like their consoles and their steering wheels.
Where did you live?
North Brunswick.
What a little turd.
I've told this story many times,
Yeah.
but one time we were driving by like through a flea market parking lot. It was the middle of the summer, and we saw a giant dish of melted chocolate ice cream. And we saw an open window, and it had like one of those white fur seat covers and seat backs. And we threw all the chocolate ice cream on it. And we drove away. And we
My
came
God.
back 20 minutes later, and we see two 70-year-old people standing outside the car, and the woman is wiping the husband's back off. He had sat in the chocolate.
Oh, that's just. I did shitty stuff. I did bad stuff.
Are you
That's
happy
so-
with that?
That's so bad and antisocial on every level, though. Like, what a little
In
creep.
second grade, I had a school teacher. I took all the pencil sharpenings out of the pencil sharpener and dumped it in her chair. And she was a nice teacher. And she
On her
got-
chair?
Yeah, so she would get it all over her ass, and it ruined her camel skirt. And she said, "Why'd you do that?" I said, "I don't know." And I would just do shit like that. I put a firecracker in a cat's ass, and I don't know why I did that.
Did you kill the cat?
It was 2 years ago. I don't remember. But
Yeah, well, he didn't light it. He just fucked it and then ate the firecracker.
I'd read an important news complaint that had nothing better than an exploding pussy, and I misread it. So, but I don't know. We do bad things as kids.
Child's play. One time we were driving by, there was a woman walking,
Child's
and Stanley
play.
had eaten some Chinese food. Mike had some of that hot Chinese mustard, and we drove by, and Mike yelled, "Hey, whore, have some mustard!" And he took it was like a cup of mustard, and he threw it on her. And when he threw it, she waved because she didn't know what he was doing. "Hey, whore, have some mustard," and
That's
she
just-
waved.
It's just like
She waved because she thought he was waving at
these
her.
are the
my-
dregs of society.
Well, this is my friend Dave Coulier from Full House. That when he was a kid, that's a true story. When he was a kid, they hated these neighbors that were mean, so they shit in bags. I knew I'd get your attention with
Yeah,
this.
of course.
And they went to their house and they threw it in their silverware drawers and they shit their house basically.
That's great.
That's great. And so the family, who's probably their children are listening today, were very upset because their house had been shitted.
That's an amazing story, though. What
Yeah,
a great thing
I thought
to do.
you'd like it. And then dishwashers weren't that popular at the time. So I didn't do anything that bad. I can't recall.
One
But
time
I
we were
did-
driving, we had a pickup truck, and we lit a couch on fire and pushed it onto the highway.
Oh, you're a fucking hooligan.
hoping somebody would hit the burning couch.
Did you have
and get
donkey?
killed.
Do you have donkey ears? What's
I
wrong
was just a
with
boy.
This is literally these are the
These are true
activities.
stories.
Like The Good Son, that movie where Macaulay Culkin is a little kid
Yeah.
that is a murderous child. These are the things that he would do.
We were driving around one time, my friend's Volkswagen, different friends, and it was like, it was 8 degrees out, and it was in New Brunswick, and we had a giant thing of compressed frozen water. It would shoot water like a fire hose. So we were trying to
Why
find.
did you have that?
I have no idea. The guy who had the Luch, he had the.
Of course it was Luch.
Luch.
He had the fucking the Volkswagen, and we were trying to find people to squirt with the water in the fucking freezing weather. We
So
couldn't
you
find
weren't really
anybody.
doing.
People pneumonia.
Yes.
Were you in school?
It was probably winter break, or we were just. I don't remember. I mean,
So
I was
basically,
15,
all you did was
14.
torture people until you became a stand-up comedian.
Or the time it was in the middle of the summer, and I threw a cup of urine out the window. I had a full
See,
cup
I
of
can't
piss.
I can't go with any of this. I can't.
It's all
I
true.
hate that.
I did. I took a full cup of piss, and there was a couple walking, and I took the lid off, and I threw the cup A full cup of drunk piss.
But you don't know these people.
How? No, not at all.
See, that's the worst. The best would be if it was retribution.
No. This was a guy and his girl, and he put his arm up to stop it, so the cup hit his arm, and fucking urine got all over him and his girl, and we drove away and laughed.
Like a bunch of cowards.
Well, how you not? Well, not cowards. What are you gonna do? Go, I'm sorry, I'm an asshole.
I
You
was
can't
14, 15.
Yeah, that sounds like you were older.
No, 16
I
maybe.
mean, dude, either way, like as a teenager, nobody has stories that are like that.
It was a
like,
piece of garbage.
there-
But
yeah,
but-
this isn't
but
I'm
like-
sorry I've told these
But this
boys.
sounds
will
like
be
you did
boys.
not have a girlfriend, is what it sounds like.
You're right.
It sounds you're out with guys, and the only thing you're going to do is get back at society because you don't have a woman to be romantic with, so you're going to throw piss and shit on people.
Fair point. That's what it was.
Yeah, I did bad things that I didn't have a girlfriend, but I'd just make movies and stuff about shit and piss, but I didn't have it in him. I would fake shit and piss.
Why?
I when I play with my own piss and stuff.
What do you mean? Why? Because nobody
No,
did that.
meaning why make the movies about fake shit and piss?
Because it's
Because
funny.
you don't want to.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you're not. I asked Jerry Zucker, who did Airplane, when he goes, the shit hits the fan, and suddenly the shit hits the fan, and he said, no, we used stunt poo. That was not real.
What was it?
It was some kind of clay thing that props had made. They would not use real shit. But today, I think in a good comedy movie, someone would use real shit.
You'd have to, because you'd be accused of faking it or digitally enhancing it. Yeah, they would use real
Actually,
shit.
they do use digitally enhanced shit whenever you see that.
Do they?
I think so.
They're not
I
gonna
think in
use
movies
real
like
shit.
No, but it could be clay.
I think like in This Is the End and stuff, there's a lot of non-real pissing and not real shitting. I mean, those good movies that are made that are comedically edgy or whatever.
So the fact that you were doing these things, right, with different groups of friends, are you the commonality? Like, did you just bring out the terrible, worst
they were just awful.
humanity in people, or did you find yourself attracted to people who are just terrible human beings?
Right. Were you with bad people, and are they bad now? And are any of them in jail? And are any of them just sitting at home eating and drinking their own piss and
I
shit?
don't know where they are. It's funny you asked that. One of them is a bodybuilder who did a...
They're all bodybuilders, these
No,
guys.
Stan was. Stan, he did a special. I think I've talked about him for years on the show. I want to get him in the radio show. I love this guy.
Yeah, I want to talk to him too.
He's the best.
Did he drink pee and smear shit on himself?
No, he just didn't. He was into just driving around while we did shit. Stan was a mellow guy. He's just a nice
But he thought
man.
it was funny.
He bends metal now. He was a fucking
Do you
animal.
put any of this in your stand-up? Any of this?
No, I've talked about it, but
Right.
I've talked about it on the radio for
Wait a
years.
minute. He bends metal?
Yeah,
Like
look
frying
up
pans and whatnot?
the bent steel Stanley, a stainless steel. Wait, no, wait, stainless steel.
Stainless Stanley?
I'm just glad you're taking the "To Me" luggage sign down.
I don't remember.
There he is.
The Life of South Brunswick Strongman.
Stanley Pluskin. Yeah, I love
him?
Yeah,
Well, it looks like he's taking a shit.
Adrian, you know what you got to do, right? We got to get Stanley in here. 'Cause-
he and I have emailed.
Well,
I would love
am
to
I
talk
not cutting
to
the
him.
mustard today?
yeah, because
Not
we
today.
got to get Bob out of here.
But it's
Stanley,
so
we gotta-
Can we
strong.
talk about me
Yeah,
a little
sure.
bit?
What would you like to
Well,
talk
the
about?
thing I love about shit and piss is getting my balls all sweaty and then throwing it at people, And I do it now. I do it now because I have 3 daughters and a girlfriend, and I want them to look up to me.
How's your girlfriend?
She's good. She's a woman, first woman I've been with.
Oh, that's nice, right?
She's 37. She has a walker.
Okay.
She's incredibly old. You have a girlfriend now?
No,
Well,
He wants one.
That's where it is. You want one now?
I think so.
You think it's? I thought so because I've turned 60, which is kind of
Are you
bizarre.
60?
Isn't that weird?
You look very good, man.
Thank you. I have the balls of a 12-year-old.
Yay!
I mean, I cut
In
them
your
off-
pocket?
No, in my freezer. I actually because I want to have them forever, and I burp them and in Tupperware. I found a kid this morning because it's cold here in New York, and I'm going to finish with this. And I cut his balls off, and I put them in Tupperware in the freezer at the hotel. They keep it there. They have a whole stock every time I go there. That's why I stay at that place. They allow me to do that.
They do.
Yeah. So I came out to do stand-up. That's why I'm in New York. And I'm doing this Garden of Laughs at Madison Square Garden on Tuesday.
What's that?
And that's a charity event for kids that are unfortunate and don't have a lot of stuff and need help and need money, and it gets them their wishes. And just
Who
kids
else is doing it?
with needs. It's Chris Rock and John Oliver and Leslie Jones and Tracy Morgan, a lot of our friends.
Oh, cool.
And it's going to be, I'm going to do like 15 minutes, and it's real nice to do it. I'm doing it for Rosie Rose Garden, and Rosengarten. And yeah, you know him. He was, yeah, come on.
Rory?
Yeah.
Oh, you said Rosie. Okay.
Oh,
Rory.
I did say Rosie, didn't
Yeah.
I? I'm so thrown.
yeah, I know. I like Rory.
Well, I've been sitting through a half an hour of piss and shit, so it's kind of
know.
hard to come back to reality.
Exactly. Fight that hard on.
Right? And then I'm going. You ever play the Keswick in Philly?
You know, is that new?
It's not, but it's really gorgeous now, and they bring in great people.
I don't think
I was
so.
there once, and it's out in Glenside, PA, where I was a deli clerk. I used to be a deli clerk, and I used to fuck with the food. So don't ever, if anybody ever says to you something like, give me spiced bologna, and you say, I don't have spiced bologna, don't insist that they get it, because they'll put it on their foot, they'll stick it in the toilet, and I did that shit.
Did you
That's
really?
the shit that I did at 16. Don't fuck with a kid who, he'll spit in your soup. They don't.
You fucked with the food?
I fucked with the food. I did bad stuff.
Wait, what did you do with the bologna?
I put it on my shoe.
No, on top or under it?
Underneath it.
You stepped
Why
on
would
the
you put
bologna?
it on top?
No,
That's what I'm saying. On my shoe. I
They
didn't.
wanted spiced bologna. I was bad.
Didn't they see you stepping on the bologna? Didn't they
No,
wonder why
I
you were
went-
picking it off the floor?
I went in the back. I don't think it hurt them. I mean, the floor was pretty clean. My shoes were a little clean.
It's gross.
Yeah, but
Well,
there's
it's
footprints in the
gross.
bologna.
You're pissing on people for
I didn't
2
do that.
hours.
I didn't shit on anybody.
You worked in a deli? Well,
I worked
if
at the movie theater.
The people were very. You worked in a movie theater? Mm-hmm. Kind of like Fast Times at Ridgemont High, that kind of thing. You have a bow tie.
Why do you think that's the type of kid I was?
I'm just thinking.
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly.
Somebody
the type
is,
of kid I
And you
was.
like the girl from across the mall.
That's
and-
right. Damone had to give me advice.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to call us out, Bob.
Oh, good. I like calls.
Megan? Megan?
You don't know how the volumes work.
He
They're not
doesn't.
color
He's not
coded.
doing it right.
I am doing it right.
No, something's wrong.
That's right.
Oh.
I'm here. Hi.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jim.
Hi,
Jim,
Megan.
Jim's just learning he needs a simulator like a flight pilot.
You're right. This is a hard job. This
Hi,
video.
hi, Megan. How are you?
What's up?
Good. How are you?
Really good.
Here's my question. Is Jimmy literally thinking that any mainstream movie on the planet is slinging around actual feces and people's fecal coliform bacteria and all of their viruses?
They're not using
They're
real
using
shit.
No, Megan, I'm not.
But, like,
I don't think that.
Well, that's that then.
I think he's just telling you stuff he used to do as a kid, and he finds it funny now.
Yeah, and then Bob was saying he asked what they used, and I'm like, well, and Bob said today we used real shit. I'm like, yeah.
I just
was
heard-
just kind of kidding.
I just remembered something I had
I
asked
mean,
Bob.
you sounded a little sincere about that one. I got the whole blowing up Alaska satire, so that's fine, but,
You know, I don't really think that they're going to use real shit on a film set.
All right, just wondering.
I think
Bye,
they have.
Megan.
I think they have before. I think.
I mean, I
probably
would be shocked.
Did you?
It would shock me more now than back
Did you
then.
check your Twitter account this morning?
My what?
Twitter account?
I did.
I saw a tweet directed to you that I wanted to ask you about. Artie Lang said that he would do heroin if you didn't do his podcast while you were here.
I don't think that was Artie. I think that was an imposter of some kind. But I have.
Oh no, it's already.
It's Artie.
And he did it 2 weeks ago,
Yeah,
and he meant it.
It's verified.
Well, when I saw it, I know it's verified, but I think that could also be artificial. But when I saw it,
Artificial.
But I'll give you the answer. I actually texted him, and we're going to talk it a little bit. 'cause
No, you got to call
Let
him
him
on
do
it.
heroin.
I love
Yeah.
Artie, but you got to call him on it to be for the story.
Yeah, all right,
Be better
do
for
it.
both of you.
Yeah, do heroin.
Artie does heroin, and it's Bob's fault. You're both going to get a little bump.
Plus, imagine the plugs. Like they're like, Artie
I
Lang is
actually told
relapsed.
him I was doing this. Well, he was very obvious and out about himself because he's honest and he's wonderful. I mean, I've fought to get him in dirty work. It was, he had gone through that whole thing with Mad TV and had his devils, and he's wonderful. He's a beautiful person. I hate seeing him in pain, and I'm gonna call him. I'm not gonna call him on the air. I'm gonna call him when we're done.
This is what he wrote on Twitter this morning. He wrote, at Bob Saget, it's Artie. You're in town doing press for stand-up, and you're blowing me off. If you don't do my podcast, I will do heroin.
And I answered him, "Is this Artie?" And I sent him a direct message, and I said, "I don't think this is you. I think someone's." And I will do anything you want. You want me to do your podcast? Do your podcast.
I think
do
it's
anything
him.
you say.
It's just
well,
goofing.
I'll
think he's joking, yeah.
I'll definitely do. Well, he and I have a relationship anyway, so I'll do anything he fucking wants. I mean, I love the man.
Dirty Work is an incredible movie, by the way.
Thank you. It was a year of my life. It was Norm Macdonald, and it was written by Norm and Frank Sebastiano and Fred Wolf, and I directed. It was a year of my life with these madmen that are just hilarious.
It doesn't get nearly enough credit because that should be like a
Well,
comedy.
It got
classic.
fucked over. We also got 5 minutes we had to take out of it. It was an R-rated movie, so we had to make it a PG-13 movie, which was it had real good stuff in it. It had one scene where it was revenge business. You know, they get money
Yeah.
to get back at people that are treating people like shit. And there was one scene where these frat boys were being real assholes to them, so they drop off a box of donuts at their house, and the frat boys are eating the donuts, and it's an old joke, but as they're eating the donuts, you get to the bottom, there's a Polaroid picture, and it's Norm and Artie naked. And Artie's got like 4 donuts on his dick, and Norm's got like 7 because he's the bigger star of the movie. So they're naked. So these guys are actually eating
The dick donuts.
Dick donuts. And then they really want to fuck them up. But, and then they call the, hello, fake cops, and then Norm calls the cops. And but the things like that are missing, and a lot of good Jack Warden talking about being a stunt cock.
Jack
the Stag
Warden was in
films.
it?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was,
man.
It was Chris Farley's last movie. It was.
There's little things in that movie that are so funny, like when he.
Chevy Chase was very funny in it. He was really good.
Isn't that the movie where Chris Farley hits the wrong thing on the jukebox?
Yes, and it's
and
the song
he does it with so much.
But it was the Pina Colada song, and I put it in because I used to open for Rupert Holmes, who wrote it, and I was working at the Diplomat in Florida, and Jim, you were in junior high, and Paul Reiser and I think Jerry came down to see me because I was one of the first guys to get a real gig. And I can't remember if Jerry came down or not, but I bombed. I bombed for a week at the Diplomat in Florida, opening for If You Like Pina Colada.
You
Rupert
bombed?
Holmes. I bombed bad. I was like,
Hi, boys. Sorry to burst your bubble, but this radio show has almost reached its climax.
no.
You only got 60
Derek
sexy
talking.
seconds left. That's right. Time for you to finish.
It is.
We get cut off by a computer.
When did you get this 8-track thing put on?
we have to plug quickly because the computer cuts us off.
Okay, so I'm tonight at the Westbury Music Fair, and I think there's a couple seats left in the Ringley Brothers tent. And then tomorrow night, Count Basie Theater in Red Bank, New Jersey.
It's a great gig.
It's a great gig, beautiful theater. And then Tuesday is the sold out Gardner Laughs, $2 million to help kids with issues. And then on Thursday, I'll be in Philly at the Keswick Theater, which I'm excited about to go home. And then I got a ton of gigs because I'm getting ready to do a special. And then,
BobSaget.com?
BobSaget.com.
All dates.
It'll be the whole thing.
And I got Netflix special, and I'm going to be at the Borgata August the 5th. Tickets are on sale, I think, for 2 shows at the Music Box on that Saturday.
Most fun gig. Such a fun gig. And then you go to that sushi place afterward. And
Amazing.
Then you get AIDS and go to the water tower.
Hey, go get AIDS. I show up with it. I give it.
What's great about Jim is if he does the second show, he throws shit and piss at the audience. And
Absolutely.
And hot oil so he burns your chest.
Stanley.
Be there, be square. We'll see you on Monday, everybody.
Word 'em up, Doc.
Goodbye.
Thanks for having me. Love you guys.
Thank you, Bob.